Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Happy January 13th. I want to tell you, not that it matters to you and me because we live in condos, but at 6 a.m. this morning, the shared cost sidewalk program opened up.
It does matter to condo associations because we benefit too. So tell your manager if you guys have sidewalk issues to get on it.
Right, because the city will help pay for the cost of repairs and it'll save you hundreds of thousands of dollars, people, but it's first come, first serve. Jump on it.
Jump.
Then you can come back and watch our show.
Yeah. No, watch the show then.
And then do it. Whatever. Okay, so we've got a lot going on today, don't we, Kyle?
We have a lot going on today, and I'm going to let you tell about it because you're the one who knows all the order of play.
Okay, so first of all, Anne.Rossley, Kyle Harvey, we sell real estate in downtown Chicago. We're with Baird & Warner's Gold Coast office, and we love to talk to you about real estate. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook. Just stay in touch so you'll know everything that's going on. Today, we're going to talk about stats. Again, first week of the month, we do just a recap of stats in our downtown lakefront communities. But the second week, we break it out by price, talk a little bit about luxury. We said that we were going to talk about predictions. There are a few predictions we're going to talk about today. And then we're going to, of course, talk about real estate news. Kyle's got some great stuff to bring us. And we just start keeping you on top of everything that's going on in downtown Chicago, right?
Yes.
So with that, I'm going to take away our names and bring in statistics. Oh no, I am in the right place. Okay. So I broke it down, Kyle, by under a million to 1.7, 1.7 to 2.5, and 2.5 and above. Now, these are arbitrary numbers. However, keep in mind, 1.35 is our median sales price for a single family in this marketplace. So that 1 million to 1.7 is really the median. Under that is the real entry level stuff. And then above it, of course, is the luxury. And in Chicago, really 2.5 and above is the real luxury, right? What do you call that? High-end luxury. Okay.
It's crazy luxury.
Crazy luxury. So here it is, folks. This is by month. Oh, I'm going to remove our pretty coffee cup too. By month. So in the month of December, under 1 million, 25 closed, million to 1.7, 22 closed. And then in the luxury, 12 was over 1.7 and 9 was over 2.5. So I wanted to point out, I always like looking at the outliers. I don't know why. I'm a Malcolm Gladwell fan or whatever, but I like outliers. 113 was the highest number of sales in a month in the last 5 years. And that was in 1.7. But I like to see that because it gives you a sense of, if 113 is the most and now we're at 22, I mean, it's not like it fell off a cliff.
Well, first of all, 113 was in the, oh my God, COVID. I have to get out of my condo. I have to throw my house. It was the panic stage of, I have to buy something bigger. So my guess is we will never find a month with 113.
Exactly right. Yeah, I totally agree with you. That said, 22 of 113, people are like, oh, I'm never going to sell in December or whatever. But look at that. It's a quarter.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not a crazy difference. Okay. So then if we look at pending, now this time I have the month and then I have the rolling 3 months in parentheses. So in other words, what went under contract in December? If it was over 2.5, 6. Over the last quarter, 18.
Wait, go back. This is it. Help me.
Okay, so in this price range of 2.5 million and above,
got it.
6 went under contract in December, but if you look at the last quarter, there were 18.
Got it.
Okay. And then if you look at the far left of the graph, you see number 23. That was at that same like crazy time in COVID when we had so many properties go under the market, under contract. You with me?
Yep.
So now go to the blue,
Mm-hmm.
1,000,017, 12 went under contract in December. 5 went under contract fourth quarter. Again, compare that to the craziest time. It was 97.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gives you a sense. I'm not going to belabor it.
No, it's very, yes. Lots.
It's just interesting to see the comparisons, you know?
Okay. Lie down and roll around in it. Yeah. It's very interesting.
I know I'm geeking out on my stats here. All right. For sale. And as you can see, we are the lowest we've ever been, right? The lowest of any price point. So again, blue, 1,000,000 to 1,000,007 is leading the pack. Well, actually, under 1,000,000 is the highest for December at 15. Rolling 3 months was 43.
I mean, these are the same numbers.
Are they? Okay, you know, I did this in the middle of the night, like at 4:30
Race
this
it and
morning.
don't even worry about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Look at this. 221 was the highest homes for sale, and we're in the doghouse now below. Now that's
We're in the
bugging me.
30s, if anything. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. Sorry, folks.
225. Yeah, wow. No, it's
all right. So here's inventory, and we're less than a month of inventory in the prime 1,000,000 to 1,000,007. In the ultra luxury, we're only at 7.6, and we've been as high as 22.3.
And you're about to hear that luxury is doing okay.
Well, that's it. I mean, I remember like in 2018, 17, we were in the 15 to 19 months range for luxury.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're down to 7.6, and then I wanted to go to market time because I thought that was an interesting thing to think about. Ultra luxury is only 158 days.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Remember, there is some play with that number, but yes. It's not
yeah, right. And you're talking about the fact that people are playing with off the market, on the market, and I also didn't tease out resale, so new construction's in here as well.
Yeah.
But you know, anyway.
Yeah, no.
All right. This I thought was interesting. 3-year comparison of closed units. So if you look at the top left, red under 1,000,000. Blue is 1 to 1.7. So, but the interesting thing is to me is the kind of comparisons. Luxury, as you're about to show us, is up 21% in the bottom right compared to last year. And is almost the same as 2022, which was a really, really strong year. And the same with the gold, orangey gold, whatever you call that. That's very strong as well. And then look at the 1,000,000 to 1,000,007.
I know.
Now, here's a question, though. You know, I always muddy the waters because I get so deep in this. Could it be that the blue 1,000,000 to 1,000,007 is higher because of home appreciation and more homes fell into that category?
That they would be red, but for the appreciation?
Yes. What do you think of that?
I think you're absolutely right. I'm working with a couple buyers right now, and things are flying at much higher than the data would suggest.
Right.
It's a lack of inventory, and most of this is cash buyers. And it is on the lower end, but it's amazing how much appreciation has taken effect.
Yeah, we have really enjoyed fabulous appreciation. All right, we're going to look at condos or co-ops attached townhomes here. Closed in December, under 500, 297, 500 to 1,237,000, ultra luxury 2 million and above, 12.
I looked at 12. It's like a snake on the ground.
It is. Same with pending, right? Yeah. So 247 in December went under contract, 144, 500 to 1,000,000 and 10, but still 10. you know?
It's
Okay, and attached for sale, for sale, for sale, look how low we are. Again, record low in inventory. 683. There are only 683 in that whole marketplace on the market right now, 500 and less, and 133 over 2 million. All right, by month.
This also explains why, people, I've got sellers in the luxury space, and because there's so little inventory in the particular areas in which people are looking. So this is across our sales area, but people choose a neighborhood much more specifically.
Correct. Yes.
There's even fewer in that neighborhood. I sometimes think, and I'm really interested in your thoughts, Anne. They can't choose because there's so little to choose from. If there were 10 more properties or 50 more properties, they would buy the ones that are on for sale right now. It's not that there's bad stuff for sale. It's just that there's so little that people feel they can't make a choice.
Oh, I think you make a very good point there. Absolutely right. Right. They're like, what else could be out there? What else might be on there later if I wait?
Yeah, exactly.
How do I really? Yes.
And it's really tough. If we had more inventory, I think it would sell because there is such demand right now, especially people. And first of all, let's just say we feel for the people of California, and particularly LA, so much. I mean, the enormity of the disaster is unbelievable. And really, there aren't, they say there are no words. There are no words for what's going on in California right now.
No, that's absolutely right. Absolutely.
But that's going to affect the Chicago market. Californians will come home. When you lose everything for a weather-related event, and let's be honest, these fires were weather-related. People are already coming to Chicago and the upper Midwest for a sanctuary from weather. I think, and we're already starting to get Californians for various reasons, including taxes, not real estate taxes, but other taxes, and for just various reasons. I have a feeling there's going to be more demand. What do you think?
No, I think yeah. I don't know that we'll see an onslaught, but I totally think.
I think we will. Californians like Chicago.
Right. Yeah, they do. That's right. Well, and I even had a client a couple of years ago move here because it would buy a second home here because she wanted a sanctuary from the fires.
Yeah. So anyway.
All right. Inventory. So this is inventory for attached again, folks. Again, even with the ultra luxury, there's only 9.2 months worth of inventory on the market and only 1.6 in the under $1 million. And here we go. Market times again, not crazy, pretty fast market times. And then 3-year comparisons. It was the luxury that won the day in the 3-year, followed by the 1 to 2 million. So,
and the only reason 1 to 2 million is so low is because of inventory.
Right. Exactly. So that's that.
Good.
All right.
Information. Thank you, Anne.
Let's go to your forecasts.
So these are forecasts so first of all, if we could all see the future accurately, we would all make millions of dollars.
Should we bring up what our predictions were last year?
Do you have that?
Well, I remember what they were because, and again, when I say our, I don't mean Kyle's and Anne's. I mean
the industry.
We use Keeping Current Matters, and they aggregate all of the predictions from all of the important prognosticators, right? And so everybody was saying we're going to be in the 5% interest rate, not 5.0, but in the fives. They said we were going to sell over 5 million homes. And you can see in 2024, 4.6 million sold, right? Uh, so it didn't come true. But, we didn't anticipate that inflation would continue to be as strong as it did, right? And we had to keep interest rates higher to prevent runaway inflation. But anyway, so to your point, we don't have a crystal ball. But what we can do is present you with the predictions from people that be.
And again, mortgage rates are different than interest rates. They have a component of the Fed rate in it, but it's also got this spread that, unfortunately, good data, and we've had a year of really good economic data, means that the Fed is worried about, or mortgage lenders are worried about future problems during the 30-year forecast that they're using to set their 30-year mortgage rates, that spread is the problem. It's not just that there was inflation, it's that we've got a red hot economy and they're worried about it. So remember, mortgage rates drop on bad news, not on good news. So yeah, no, it's a real challenge. Anyway, yes. So the sources of Anne is absolutely right. KCM, as you'll see here, it's got Census, Fannie Mae, Mortgage Banking Association, and the National Association of Realtors. They've put all this data together to project that it's going to rise next year. Again, the things that will prevent it from rising is a lack of inventory.
Do you think that this is going to bear out?
Well,
I think it's a little optimistic, actually.
Well, here's the reason they are projecting it to rise is there, and I forget the name of the construction industry.
Home Builders Association?
Something.
Like
say that they plan over 1 million housing starts.
So it's the new construction that's going to drive this.
New construction coming in more than relying on resale.
Well, yeah. Oof.
I don't know if it's true. So a bunch of states and localities are trying to remove some of the regulations that have gone in over the years that have made it more expensive to build it. There are a lot of components that go into financing new construction. Right. Among them, inputs, steel, lumber, parts, and as homes get smarter, it's compute. I mean, it's the high tech stuff too. Labor, as we all know, wages have risen. Right. But it is also regulations that make them have to do things in a certain way that costs more than lack of regulation. And apparently, localities, I don't know if you can hear my cat screaming in the background.
No, I can't.
It's distracting me. But localities are supposedly removing some of those regulations to try and make it less expensive to spur construction.
We'll see. I would be delighted if we went 5.1.
Absolutely. The nation needs it. We're underbuilt by over 5 million homes. Okay, next.
Oh.
That's it? There we go. So as you see, no one's forecasting that we're going to come in under 5%.
No.
2025. But as you know, as we've shared with you over years, now we've been doing this for years, Anne, that the average interest rate is over the 40-year. The 40-year average is over 7, close to 8%. Mm-hmm. So these are low. They are not the insanely low, crazy, we've got to save the economy interest rates of the late teens and up until 2022. Was it 2022? Yeah.
Yeah, the second half of 2022 that they rose.
Yeah.
Right. But I do think that if we get closer to the 6.2, 6.1, the differential between that and the 4% or less that people, it's diminishing enough that it'll kick things open again.
I hope so. But also new construction will kick things open. And a lot of people who are holding on to their homes because they have two financial assets, a home and a mortgage rate will think, I really want to be in North Carolina, close to my family. I really want to move to New York City because I'm retiring. There are all sorts of things, decisions, life decisions that people have put off because of this. So
absolutely.
What do you got to say about this, Anne?
Home price forecasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think 2.9 is a decent appreciation number, and a fair number. It varies so much based on location in our country right now. Texas, Florida are very soft right now. We're solid. We've been solid. And so it's really, I think, by location. But I think, what is the average? About 4% per year is the average. Well, so
we'll see. Anyway,
we shall see. Let's talk news.
This is what the real estate industry is thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We have real estate news. Okay, so I want you all to know that I made that slide with the help of beautiful AI. And as you see, Anne's slides are beautiful, and mine are, they're sort of like an 11-year-old who does an art project all by.
Oh, jeez. Oh, golly.
All righty. What's new? Ditka returns to Chicago.
That's big news.
Michael Jordan's estate, a timeshare, and the ultra high-end market is still rolling in the new year. Okay, so Mike Ditka lived in Streeterville for a very long time. He and his wife, and I've got a unit for sale in the building in which he lived, and I was really sad when he moved out. I sort of thought, what? Iron Mike? What's he doing moving to Florida?
He's our Chicago guy.
He's a Chicago, the Bears, the whole thing. And he and his wife had, I think 20, 30 years ago, built this home in the Naples area. And I've only shown one picture, but it gives you a sense that it's very much of the moment in time in Florida. And he just sold that for about 1.3 million. And he bought this 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or maybe 2.5-bath condo in the same building. So he has traded roaches this big for. And you know what's really interesting? This listing for sale by one of Baron Warner Gold Coast brokers, Ivy Wild. She one of the ways she marketed it. This is a building that is one of the first buildings that had sort of a flat front, so the windows don't open. They do open, but they don't open so much that, because there's no place for screens, which is irritating to me. This building has windows that open and they put screens on it. So you can open your window. So this unit does. This, not the building, the unit does. And I thought, I would like that. So anyway, this is where Iron Mike is coming back. He's 85 years old. Did you know that?
I didn't know he was 85. I knew he was getting up there. Good for him.
Well, so this unit sold for, I think, $575,000 and 1.3. So they banked some cash on their real estate. Isn't that nice for them? Okay.
Well,
that's information.
That's the trend at that age, isn't it?
Listen, it's all good. This is the Michael Jordan spread that sold for $9.5 million. Where did it start? Did it start at 23 million or something?
20, yeah, way up there.
Yeah. It was bought by John Cooper, who is I've got somewhere and now I've misplaced. Yeah, here it is. He's a real estate investor, obviously. And he bought this place this year, third quarter, for $9.5 million. So what a bargain. Well, he's decided that he wants to sell shares in this. So he's turning this
That's
big.
actually not a bad idea if you think about it. People, well, or
He wants $1 million, and if he gets 50, the cost per year should be about $25,000 annually, $25,000 annually, and people would get to bring up to like 20 people to stay in Highland Park.
Can't you see people like at a one of the auctions, a charity auction, putting it up there, bringing their friends, staying at the Michael Jordan pad, playing basketball, working out, having their fun, swimming. Sure.
Where's the pool? Is it indoors? It must be indoors.
I think so.
So here's a nice tennis court. And then what do you think this is? It sort of looks...
I can't see your cursor. Where are you pointing?
The far right.
Oh, it almost looks like it's like pumps and so forth for...
I don't think it is.
Right?
It does. I think that's some sort of jungle gym training thing.
Oh, well.
But it does look like, it sort of looks like a power station.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
If any of you watching know, tell us.
But there's some construction going on it. You can see that there's it looks like it's being constructed. I don't know if this picture is this year and John Cooper's already making changes, or if it is old and this is whatever. So
very interesting.
The third story is the luxury, ultra luxury, is doing really well in the first 13 days of January. So you will see that 10 properties over $3 million closed in the first 13, well, fewer than that because there are only so many business days of 2025.
So I'm seeing
4 houses,
3 St. Regis, 65 Gerda, 1 Tribune, and 1 9 Walton. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, those are the buildings that have the ultra luxury condos. Right. So that's what you're going to find when you look at this. But the houses are really all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have 1 minute left, and I might as well, since we're talking about it, we were talking before we went on air about price appreciation in the Chicago area as compared to other places in the United States. This is based on the Case-Shiller Index. January 2000 was 100. So you can see that in 2011, prices were down 6% versus that standard. But no, 6% versus the previous year, but we're at 117.
Right.
Versus January 2020 or 2000, sorry. So look at the index now in 2024, it's at almost 210 versus, so in other words, they've gone up 110% since 2000 prices. So when people say Chicago area is not doing well, they don't know the facts. Over time.
And it Anne and I have been saying, around the country, it depends location. Some neighborhoods have come out of nowhere to do fantastically. And some neighborhoods, like the neighborhood that I live in, is not yes, it's grown, but it's not grown,
And part of it is the ebb and flow of the housing stock. As your housing stock gets older, you may not see huge appreciation. I don't know that it tanks.
No. It doesn't grow like that.
It doesn't, right. It doesn't grow at the same pace is the point, right? Yes. And just like right now, Logan Square, Westtown, they're very hot. Near North and Luther Flat.
North Center, huge. There are all sorts of Lakeview that used to be slow is now hot. It's really incredible.
Maybe next week we should talk about the comparisons of the neighborhoods then.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That tool. What's that called?
Pardon?
What's that tool called? That tool that you Revere? That's not Revere. Anyway, we'll come back. We will know when we come back.
So, yeah. So we'll talk neighborhoods, and then we're also going to talk about trends. So that's it. We are having so much to talk about.
So much.
So much. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.